Greetings, Keishlings. Keishan Prime here with another One Piece discussion video about the Straw Hats and their future potential power-ups. I keep messing that up. This is about take 10. But this time we're tackling Franky, the Super Shipwright. Cyborg Franky. As I start off with all of these videos, we'll tackle the hockey first. Short and simple. Short, sweet, and to the point. All of those blurred catchphrases, phrases, whatever. I'm going on too long. Basically, observation hockey for the win. Because given that he's already covered in armor for his, what would be the term? Cyborgification or whatever. Armament hockey is a little redundant. Plus, his body is permanently super durable. So, armament hockey is redundant defense-wise, and it has its time limits anyway, as we've seen with Luffy in Gear 4th. So, it's kind of a no-brainer option here. Plus, it would be cool. He could essentially do like Franky lock-on. He senses everyone around him and then just kind of locks on to all the targets, even more effectively than his instruments built in already do. So, see the unseen in a way. Or would it be that redundant? I don't know, but whatever, it'd still be kind of cool. He'd probably make something of it. But anyway, some general ideas that I have for the character is new kinds of ammo. From his shoulders, he could launch so many different kinds of things. Like, anybody that's a fan of Attack on Titan, you know what a grape shot is. It's basically the cannon equivalent of buckshot. Yeah, I can, while he has kind of done this to an extent with rocket launcher, this would just be more cannonball-esque. And imagine that coming out of, well, it'd be weapons left, sorry, wrong hand. But just shooting like 4 grape shots from each of his cannon fingers, that would be awesome. Also, he could shoot various kinds of grenades from, like I said, his shoulder launchers primarily for these kinds of upgrades. You have smoke grenades, so he just lays it down and then goes in and it's like, Franky Buxton. Or knockout gas, which could be also with stink gas, could be somewhat incorporated with Usopp giving him a little assistance with his, whatever that one stinky plant is that he has. I never could pronounce it. Then flash grenades. He could have like party at the disco, and with his sunglasses, hey, he's already prepared all the time. He's like Franky Flash. And just various gas grenades, as I've kind of already said. Like you could have some kind of noxious gas, or I don't want to say carbon dioxide or anything, because that might actually kill people in an enclosed area, including himself. But I'm sure there's some other chemical compounds that we could throw in there, But anyway, those were just kind of the general things that I wanted to say. But where this video kind of really takes off is the fact that he gets an exosuit. Okay, as we know, when he went from Battle Franky 36 to Battle Franky 37 Armored Me, how about Armored Me Turbo? Okay, as you already know, based on his design, his legs look underdeveloped. While obviously his upper body is bulky and everything, his legs have to be supporting him, so they're probably reinforced. But why not upgrade them even further? Am I right? This is inspired by Power Rangers and their battleizers, the dodgeball exoskeleton from Dexter's Lab, and the Tony Stark's, or Iron Man if you prefer, his suitcase suit from the second movie. Combine those all together and you get Armored Me Turbo, or just Armored Me Mark II, I guess. Anyway, essentially it just builds up the lower body. You have essentially like pants. It starts off as a backpack. It unfolds, he slips into the pants, and they have color-powered boosters under the feet. So now he can jump and do like Franky Stomp, and imagine when he like kicks somebody, and then like as soon as he makes contact, he just pulses them away. So kind of Iron Man in that regard, except with his feet. And then it could have like some maybe extra storage for cola for himself, which we've never actually seen what his cola storage looks like since the time skip. That's something that's been bothering me. With how much he does, I think he has a barrel in his chest, or like a mini keg or something. But, so yeah, like some extra cola storage, and also because it starts off as a backpack, it covers his one weak spot, his unarmored back. It would essentially have like a metal plate that is still attached to him, and he has like these shoulder straps, and he even gets a stylish helmet. So really going full Sentai in this thing. I would say that he might get this after the whole crew like reunites in Wano, and he hears about the Germa 66, and he's like, they sound awesome. I want that too. Sanji, put your raid suit on. I need inspiration. Or something like that. That could be fun. So, yeah. There we go. And now for the big additions to the crew in general, but Franky would probably be using these most based on what I have envisioned. But we have the Eagle Glide 6. I drew a little mock-up of it. It's nothing fancy, just to get the idea across. Essentially, it is a glider vehicle that can hold up to 2 people. It's big enough that it kind of just folds its wings in and such, but it is big enough for what it will be used for, when not like as a surveillance vehicle. But what its primary purpose is that it connects to the Franky Shogun as like a flight pack. Because this thing, while it is a glider, it does have like a coupe de burst feature. Like a smaller coupe de burst, or well, a full coupe de burst really, because, it flies. But you still need to get up in the air, and the Franky Shogun is a heavy sucker. So, here we go. Then we have the Jellyfish Raft 8. No, 7. My bad. Essentially, it's kind of like a giant inflatable ring that has retractable jellyfish tendrils that do shock. The Franky Shogun in the middle of the ocean can now float. So, battleship formation. And could possibly the 2 would not necessarily be used at the same time because, well, why would you need flight and floating at the same time? But it might come up at some point, who knows. But yeah, I just wanted more vehicles, and both of these can actually fit probably in Channel 6, which right now is only being occupied by an inflatable pool, which, hey, the Jellyfish Raft is essentially that. So, there you go. You fit in what's already there, and it looks cooler, and, hey, it makes the crew stronger overall. So, But yeah, that's about all I have really for Franky right now. I mean, I could have gone with like maybe radical beams coming out of his hands, but I'm like, but then that messes with the coupe de burst, and I don't know. But the vehicle ideas were obviously my favorite, and I even did mock-ups of them. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Keishan Prime, and I'll see you next time. Keishlings, roll out.